Oh, hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't see you there, even though, I didn't see you all the other times either. Anyway, last session we resisted temptation. We got a choice that I affectionately labeled Above Reproach. And we're not going to get into that today, but we learnt a lot about Minnie's backstory. Her mother was an activist who wanted to change the magical laws, but she had to make the promise in bold letters to basically calm her role, so that she wasn't so outspoken and loud. But we found some really deep motivations for Minnie, and that is her mother couldn't change the world, but she can because she's not under any promises, and she feels like everyone has to rely on her, so that she can eventually join the wizarding politics realm and change the laws. But anyway, we're done for planning. What classes should I take this week? We are going to go full on black magic. Yes. Alright, level 20. Today, my little explorers, we learn one of the most important spells in any Dungeon Delver's arsenal. Aren't you excited? Students blink back at her in silent confusion. Can't you guess? It's a favourite tool of curious minds, and fingers are easy to get in where they haven't been invited. It's the spell of opening. With black magic, you can coax an object to open and lock itself in accordance with its design. A door is designed to open, a table is generally not. Unless that table contains a secret compartment. Simple locks, rusty hinges, hidden drawers, these can all be opened easily. There are, of course, more complex locks designed to resist general spells, but you'll not be encountering those yet. Be careful! If someone wishes to keep secret, they may set traps which are triggered when an item is opened. The spell of opening will not protect you from the consequences. We spent the rest of the class experimenting with magically sealed wooden boxes, a few of which turned out to just be solid blocks of wood. I learned a new spell. Excellent. More black magic classes. Hey Charles. Luke waves at me. Logan's having the last bingo game of the year. Big prizes. Do you want to come? It's $5 a card. Sorry, I've got no money. Aw, too bad. He waves and goes on his way. Black magic class success. I awaken in the night to the sound of rain driving itself against the walls and windows. It's just a storm. Nothing important. Back to thunder? The thunder dance! I have to pull my clothes together and get moving. Out in the halls I begin knocking on doors. I can see William further down, already on his way out. What's going on? Come to the gym, it's time for a ritual. What? I leave him to finish waking up and move on to rouse more freshmen. In celebration of the birth of spring, the growth of new life, and the rain that feeds it all, Iris Academy celebrates the first storm of April with a thunder call. It's a dance. It's a ritual. It's an exuberant chaos in flesh. Participants stomp and shout and gyrate, their hands waving, while elsewhere drums beat out ecstatic rhythms, no two in time with each other. The noise is incredible. It's a bit overwhelming, especially since I was in the middle of a night's sleep less than an hour ago. I suspect the whole affair may be too much for some students. After a while, the younger students are herded to the safety of the walls to make room for the seniors to show off their skills. They call down fire and lightning from above, wrapping and spinning it around themselves to become the embodiment of the storm. Whoa. This is an amazing CG. I love this one. William takes the lead, keeping multiple streams of fire whipping dangerously around his limbs. Even the other seniors stop to watch. My vision is caught and dragged along by the play of lights, and even when I close my eyes I can still see them dancing. The leaping and howling continues until we are all near collapse from the exhaustion, and can finally go back to bed. Oh cool, so there was no Kyo drama today. I think we successfully phased Kyo out of the game. Like, he's never coming back. I think we've successfully managed that. Kyo is not going to come back at all ever. And if my overemphasis isn't getting the point, I'm kind of suspecting that he's going to come back at some point. Anyway, I gained some stress. 16 stress? Oh, we might fail some classes. Professor Possum claps her hands together. Magic does not move in only one way. It flows back and forth, shaped by the minds of those who wield it. If there is a spell for one need, then most likely somewhere someone has crafted a spell for the opposite. Now that you have learned the spell of opening, you might guess that there is a spell for closing. Or perhaps something a little better. If you did not want someone to open a door, what might you do? The spell of sealing closes gaps and building connections. And builds connections. The door will merge with its frame, becoming a single solid. Someone who did not know the open spell would then have to smash their way through. You might also seal a table to a floor, preventing it from shifting out of place. A sealing spell can undo damage to an object by closing up cracks, but it can't rebuild what's been smashed to pieces. Cool. Wait, hold on, what did that say? Repair. Oh, it repairs. Cool. Charles! Hi, Minnie. Can you cover for me at the library tomorrow? Oh, you taking the morning off to relax? Not exactly. I'm going out, with my parents. They're coming to visit. Oh. It's just a little thing. We're gonna have a meal out. Do they know about me? Well, they know I have a boyfriend, but I haven't told them who you are. I guess she probably doesn't expect me to meet them then. I feel bad about taking the day off so close to finals. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. Okay, thanks. She kisses me and aww. Footsteps in the hall signal the usual Saturday morning distribution, but nothing for me. I promised Minnie that I would look after her study group in the library today, so I'd better get moving. Only 1 or 2 students have arrived so far, but more will trickle in as the days go by. I help students with their blue magic. I'm not learning anything new, but covering old material helps me remember the details, yada yada, yep. At the end of the week, yada yada. Alright, well, that was a very quick week. Hey Luke, you got a date lined out for the May Day ball? How long have I got? It's on May Day, the 1st of May? Right. Do you have a date? Well, I got a girl in mind, but she hasn't said yes yet. Actually, I haven't asked. She has had a hard time earlier this year, and I don't want to be pushy. I'll work my way up to it, casual style. Does that work? Maybe. I leave them to sort out their romantic confusion. What should I do this week? Good question. I need to sleep, and then I will black magic. Boom, boom, boom. Sleeping success. I hear someone... What is this music? Did Minnie's parents dislike me? Hold on. What's going on? Charles? I get up to let Minnie in. Hi, did everything go alright on Saturday? Well, people did miss having you there. Especially me. But there weren't any problems. Everyone wanted to improve, so they were happy to work together. Oh, that's good. What about you? How'd your meeting with your parents go? Mom's worried about me. She says I'm trying too hard. Well, of course Minnie's trying too hard. I'm constantly worried that she's going to make herself sick. Thank goodness her parents are also concerned about her well-being. She says if I push too hard, I'll make everyone suspicious. Suspicious? You know, that I'm plotting against the government. I mean, that I want to change things. The powers that be don't like that. Oh, alright. So Minnie's mother is paranoid. I suppose she has some reason to be. I don't think anyone suspects that. Well, I can't be sure about Professor Potsdam. No one ever knows what she's thinking. And she says she's very proud of me for what I've accomplished, but that being good at my job might not make people love me. How is that fair? How is that right? I'm trying to help everyone. I'm trying to be a leader. Giving too much of yourself doesn't always work out the way you'd hoped. If you serve others all the time and never ask for anything, people will learn to take advantage of you. That won't make them respect you. They'll use you, but they won't follow you, because you won't inspire them. They might just take you for granted, expecting you to always be there and do the dirty work, but never grateful for it. What am I supposed to do? It all comes so easily to you. You were born to lead. Maybe I'm better at being likable, but that doesn't make me better at doing the job. Isn't that why you wanted us to be co-president in the first place? Different strengths? Yin and yang? Sorry about that. You weren't exactly wrong. I need to learn from you to be more than just a figurehead, to actually do something with my position. Maybe you're meant to learn something from me too. I can't learn to be born a prince. You're smart, you'll think of something. Thanks. Mind if I stay around a while? I don't mind. Good. I definitely don't mind taking some extra time to cuddle with my girlfriend. This is the best way to relax. Aww. Black magic class success. Black magic success. Black magic success. And oh, by the way, black magic success level 30. Oh, little bower birds, isn't it a lovely feeling to be creative? To shape beauty out of raw materials. With black magic, you can alter objects from one shape to another to suit your needs and wishes. There is no need to put up with clothes that are too long or tables that are too low. You can alter them to fit. Today we'll pray you. What is wrong with this sentence? What is wrong with my brain? And this sentence. My brain needs to be reshaped to the sentence. Today, we will practice reshaping stone. Not because stone is the easiest substance to reshape, but because it is one of the most practical to use. I assume she means in the dungeons. There's a lot of stone down there. Now, you can't expect to be great artists right away. You can only create what you can visualize completely. So it's best to start with a very simple shape. There'll be plenty of time to add spikes and hanging rings later. She walks around the room, giving each student a small handful of pebbles, and then has us practice molding them together into a perfect spear. Now, think about what simple shapes might be useful to aid you in your adventures. What if you used the stone to create a new wall? Or remove an old... That's what those, ruined walls are for then. It allows you to make a wall in that space. Cool. It does cost a lot. That's 20. Ooh. To my surprise, I get a payment. I must have finally paid off the advance that Potsdam gave me earlier in the year. A bit late for it to make a difference now, but what should I do today? We are studying with others. My parents have sent a donation for the May Day ball, which means I'm now obligated to send a special thank you letter to my parents. Jacob has somehow produced cards with pictures of Iris Academy campus on them. A craft project with Professor Potsdam, I suppose. I do send my parents regular reports of events that happen here, but they're usually short and to the point. I suppose I can write a little bit more about my feelings. How I'm grateful for my parents sending me here and supporting me. How I've enjoyed my freedom. How I miss my home. And what I'm afraid it will be like once I am home. To be missing everything that I found here. And everyone. I'll tell them that I'm looking forward to the ball and how thankful everyone is for their sponsorship. That should be enough. At the end of the week, I have the chance to review the things I've learned to make preparations for the future. We are done! What classes should I take? Oh, well, there happens to be a very black magic class that we can take. Cool. Someone's knocking on my door. You, Charles! Professor Potsdam. I step out into the hall. Oh, is this the, happening next week? The dance? No, the final exam. Okay, yes, we know this one. She's basically saying, hey, we need to group up with with Donald and, Luke. Black magic is another success. Black magic is yet another success. Ooh, what is this? She stands in front of her desk, each hand holding up a round object. Potsdam, I don't know how many more voices I can do in this recording session that involve you. Both appear to be paperweights, each made of pale green glass in the shape of an apple, with silvery air bubbles held inside. But only the apple in her left hand is glowing. We have talked about how to detect when an enchantment has been placed on an object. Of course, some enchantments are also easier to detect than others. Imagine you have found a door. Oh, is she going to tell us to teleport enchantment? Oh, this is great. Imagine that you have found a door. The only door which leads in the direction you want to go. But the door is enchanted, and you do not know what will happen if the trap is set off. What can you do? Those of you who have been studying blue magic are aware that it is the power of change, alteration. There is a ripple of magic. The glow fades from the apple in her left hand and rekindles within the apple in her right. Move the spell, take the enchantment, and change it to be somewhere else. Transferring a charm does not destroy it. You must have a new location prepared to hold the charm. A similar object is best. A spell on the door might be designed to go up when the door is opened. What might it do if it's placed on the floor? Is the floor open? The results may be unpredictable. Wow, that's surprisingly philosophical. Is a floor open? Minnie and I are taking a walk around campus. It's beautiful here, isn't it? It is. Will you miss it when you're gone? I'll miss a lot of things. But you won't come back, will you? I have responsibilities to my homeland, you know that. I know, so do I. But just because mine are self-chosen doesn't make them any easier to lay down. For some people they would be. Minnie's crusade to change the world is only an obligation because she wants it to be. She could give up her quest at any time, but if she did that, she wouldn't be Minnie. You could move to Europe and fight the rights of the wild seed there. But I'd rather make you do that. That way we can cover more territory. She sighs. I wish I could run away with you, let you carry me off to your palace and make me a princess decked in jewels. I don't exactly live in a palace. Shh, let me have my fantasy. You're the fairy tale prince I've always wanted to meet, but I didn't think about the other parts of those fairy tales. I'm not willing to give up the sea for a pair of legs. Do you mean the Little Mermaid? Because that story is very depressing. The mermaid trades her tail and her voice for the power to walk on land, all for the love of a prince, but her every step is horribly painful. The prince only sees her as a friend, and she dies of a broken heart. That's not what I remember. Disney, what did you do? I was thinking of the happier versions, where the mermaid lives and marries the prince. Oh, there we go. And even then, she can never return to the sea, and I can't leave. There's too much to do and no one else to do it. I mean, both of these are true. Let me reassess what she just said. Even then, can never return to the sea, and I can't leave. There's too much to do, no one to do it. There's always hope. What about I won't forget you? Yeah. I have to leave and you have to stay, but that doesn't mean that our time together has been wasted. You've made me think about so many things that I was taking for granted in my life. We can still write to each other. You can visit me. We can work together to change things for the better. You're the first. You're my first. She seems to understand what I'm trying to say and cuts me off with a kiss. Aw, it's so awkward and confusing the first time we tried that. Now it's become something I look forward to all the time. Her softness, her smile, her energy, and everything about her. I'm really going to miss you. Me too. Let's not think about it right now. We should seize the moment and enjoy it while it lasts. Right. She snuggles up against my side. I won't forget this. Whatever happens, I'll never forget. Hey, are you guys coming to the sing-along tonight? You know I can't sing. Just because it's called a sing-along doesn't mean that everyone has to sing along. You can hang out with us and keep your mouth shut if you want. Nobody's gonna make you open up. Or you could just sing. Who cares if you get the wrong note? It's not a competition, it's for fun. It's free, and there's snacks. I don't care about snacks, I'm not your sister. Good, you're cuter than my sister. Gotcha! Leaving Luke floundering, Donald turns to me. Are you gonna be there? It's in the gym. Sure, I'll come along. Great, see you there. I'd better get on with my day. Black Magic class success! On the last Friday of classes for the school year, the Iris... Wait, is this the last? Oh, we're one away from our, We are one away from our black magic. Really? Oh, what a sham. What a sham. The Irish Academy Chorale and Drama Club have banded together to hold a sing-along. The songs chosen seem to be instantly familiar to most of the students, whether they're part of the singing clubs or not. It doesn't work out easily for me, but they hand out music and I can roughly follow along. Not all the participants have the smoothest of singing voices, but that's not the point. Everyone's here just to have fun. And afterwards, the cafeteria has provided brownies and other treats. It's a low-stress, high-social evening for everyone to mingle and unwind. For almost the last time. On Saturday morning, the mail and allowances are delivered, and someone is knocking on my door. What's happening? Well, I figured that with the final exam coming up and all, we ought to try and give this whole teamwork thing a try. Right now, I don't even know what spells you know? Did you just repeat yourself? No, I was asking you to agree with me. For Luke's sake, if nothing else. Hey, why me? Because you're the one who's worried about it, you goof. Right. Donald's right. It makes sense to try working together before we have to do the final. Alright, let's go. So I wonder, do they have the same abilities as before? Oh, hold on. I nominate Charles as party leader. Why me? Well, you have more leadership experience, don't you? I guess I can't argue with that. We can quickly compare notes on our best spells. Donald mostly focuses on blue and red, while Luke mostly studies black and green. Oh, a mixture of them both. Cool. If they had spells I'm not familiar with, it might be a good idea to ask for an explanation. Telepire. I guess that's, it burns everything in an area I've seen before. So I can cast fireballs stuff at a distance. Cool. I know about everything else. Done with Donald. So, Luke. Fracture. That's my big spell for breaking stuff. Helps to knock down walls. It doesn't work on monsters, though. Stagger. It makes a monster dizzy so it can't move or attack it or anything. But only for a second. And it's fine again. By the way, I don't know what I'm doing with Luke's accent. It's been all over the place. Don't worry about it. Long jump. Track scent, detect charm, I've got that. Ask about poison. That's what Sam used to call damage over time. Too bad he dropped out of school. Anyway, if you poison a monster, it takes it damage slowly. So you can hit it and run it. And it keeps getting hurt. Cool, done with Luke. Alright, so we are going in to this dungeon, excuse me. Okay, so I need to remember, I have limited magic. Unlike last time, I do not have, what is it? Feed the flow? Or whatever? Why is it making that noise? I have no idea. What? What did that say? You suddenly realize you're going the wrong way. Okay, cool. So it made me forget where I am. Excellent. Cool. We can long jump over here, but I don't really see any reason to do that. It does go up over the side, so you have long jump. We're gonna activate this, and we jump onto the other side, and we have to jump back. There we go, activate, cool. Oh, I have an interesting thought. You know these things? Could we teleport them elsewhere? Where is it? Televoke? Transfer charm. Transfer the force wall. To the wall? Right wall? Didn't work, okay. Got it. What else could I do? I believe there was a, what was it? What is that noise? Okay, so we do have this guy. Assemble delayed effects and traps in known location. Transfer charm. Oh, can we steal the training dummy? It can't be sealed, okay. What if we do seal on the table? Resist, oh, of course it resists my magic, thanks. That's a great training device right there. They're like, hey, come to the dungeons and put your skills to the test or whatever, but then they're like, no, sorry, the table is enchanted. I can't go up here, can I? I can. But there's nothing over here. Alright, I think I'm done. Professor Grabiner has summoned me for a private final conference in his room. So, you have managed to pass most of the year upon these shores without bringing disaster upon our heads. Your mother will be arriving at the end of the week to collect you. Only my mother? Your father apparently has inescapable business commitments, or does not wish to be forced to engage with conversations with Petunia. Does he dislike her? If there is some drama between my father and Professor Potsdam, I'm simply grateful she hasn't dragged me into the middle of it. So, your outfits for the ball, should you choose to attend, have been prepared. Your travel is arranged. All that remains for you is to complete your final exam, and your exchange year can be considered a success. Thanks. And so our business is almost concluded. Do you have any questions or concerns you wish to raise at this point? Should I ask him about that Wild Seed girl who died after she left school? I don't want to step on Minnie's toes with her political plans. I don't know if she's raised the subject with him before, or if she intends to keep quiet until after she graduates. He might already know the whole story, however, considering his own history, I don't think he'd be indifferent. I overheard someone talking. Rumors about something that happened last year. A student named Musette? What about her? I heard she was expelled and it killed her. What? Don't be ridiculous. Yes, Miss Ellis was expelled for breaching the rules against enchanting electronics despite clear warnings. Her magic was repealed, her memories were removed, and she was shipped back to her home in North Carolina, never to return. Most decidedly alive. What I heard was that she had some kind of health problem that was being treated by magic, so without it, any such issue would have been handled during the expulsion process. I don't know, it was just a rumor. I've said enough. Either he'll look into it or he won't. The professor settles back in his chair. So I didn't want to push further there, mostly because I'm a wimp and I don't want to press Professor Grabiner. I suppose I may as well. At the end of the week I have a chance to review the things I've learnt and make preparations for the future. So this is it, the last days of class before our final exam. I could attempt to learn one last spell, which I will be attempting. And I'll be attempting that with just 2 more black magic spells. Glasses. Ooh. For the day. Oh, okay, good. At least we passed one of them. We did get it. So Professor Potsdam just handed us the schedule for the exam. And that was it. I didn't narrate it because I wanted to see if I had to retreat because I didn't know when the exam actually was. Anyway, Professor Potsdam walks around the room, handing each student a piece of paper and a thin sheet of dull grey metal, each about the same size. Now, I would like each of you to tear your sheets of paper in half. That's easy enough. If I know my young pups, I expect that many of you will have already learned some spells of red magic that use force to cause damage. Ooh, hello game, there we go. What do you imagine would happen if you tried to tear that metal in half using the same force that you just used on the paper? Go on, have a try. Just in case there's some trick to it, I make the effort, but as I expect, nothing happens. Spells of force in general are less effective on solid objects, especially those made of stone or metal. Certainly, you can affect metal with red magic, but it requires more energy and effort. Rather than applying force from outside, with black magic you can reach into an object and use its strength against itself. She holds her hand above one of the metal sheets. There is a sharp crackling sound, and then a pattern of splits radiates outwards from the center. You might shatter a sword to render it harmless, or break a path through obstacles. Of course, there are limits. While you might crumble away a bit of an old wall, the spell is not designed for tunneling through solid rock. Which, luckily, means that if you accidentally target the stone beneath your feet, you will not fall into a pit. Cool. Oh, wait, was that fracture? That was. Okay. So, all three of us. So now I basically have, I think, everything that Luke has. Or I know everything. Alright, so she is just telling us that we have a time limit. And, yes. So, I know how this... Wait, where are we? True Sight? Where's the Hodag? The Hodag should be back here. Oh boy, alright. Well, there he is. Yeah. Push Hodag. Activate. Hodag resists. Oh no. Oh no, Luke. So the Hodag is right behind us. Wow. Right. Righty-ho. I can try to do far side, but I don't want to do that. This is a... Oof. Donald shivers, he loses 5 mana. True Sight. There is a monster in the air over here. The wall to the northeast is an illusion. Oh, there it is. You see it, yeah? Cool. Alright, so what can we do with old little jelly man? We can attempt to down the Teleman. Seal, shape stone. Open, detect charm. Diagnosis, trigger, inscription, inspection, heal, won't do. Shield. Breeze, push, light, silence. True Sight, far sight, teleport, other. We could try disrupt. What does disruption do again? Interrupts the casting of a spell, causing it to fizzle. What did that hit us with? Cold sensation, huh? Okay. You can put things to sleep, can't you? We could try to poison the Hodag. No, don't cast that, please. No, I don't. I no longer want this. How are we going to get that orb from this creature? We have seal, we have fracture, transfer, charm. There is a time limit to this, so we need to be careful here. The time limit is basically the amount of moves that we have. Oh man, blue magic is not helping us too much more here. Okay, Holden, here's what I plan to do. Whoa. Did I turn the wrong way? Ah, here it is. Is Jellyman over here? Jellyman's not going to come over here, huh? Alright, in that case, I'm going to... yes, I will move out here. Jellyman's over there. I am going to have Jellyman be teleported using Donald's teleport other. Oh, hold on. He is at, oh no, he's at 30. Teleport other. Teleport Big Jelly. I want him teleported over here. Activate. Cool. Now we have Jelly Guy over here. And, examine the Big Jelly. That didn't work. I need to get closer. Ouch. Examine Big Jelly. Take the crystal. Creature yanks it away. Of course he does. Examine Big Jelly. Talk to them. Hello, I am peaceful if you're peaceful. Tentacle swipes my face. Not peaceful. Not peaceful. How do we get this thing to, televoke? No? I mean, the only thing I think I can do is televoke that thing. No. We need to get this thing from this thing. Fracture. Cast spell. Big Jelly. Not an object, of course. We just need to kill it then, right? Not inspect. I need diagnosis, honestly. Give the game a second to load here. I'm going to cancel this and I'm going to diagnosis on the Big Jelly. What did that say? Hello, diagnosis. Ooh, not enough MP. Ooh, I think we failed this one. We'll give it another go. And I'm not sure what exactly... Oh wait, did I not save? Oh, this is going to take us through the... Yeah, oh no, and we can't go back. No, we can't go back. Well, darn it. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and skip through the rest of this. I'm gonna, yeah, no, I'll just keep going with, yeah, keep skipping. Alright, so, we were gonna fail the final test, which I don't think is necessarily bad, but, you know, we kind of need to have a plan at least, try and give it a solid go. I want to do some sort of plan, at least. Have something in the way of something useful going on. But, yeah, we're just going to skip through all of this, and we will probably be back. You know what? We're at 38 minutes. Yeah, I'm just going to do this until we get back to the exam, and then I will, I'll bring you guys back in. So thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you next time.